Hey, welcome to another episode or edition, whatever you want to call it, of Cold Call Drew. My name is Andrew, owner of Cold Call Drew, and we specialize in doing cold calling for businesses like yourself. And if you ever need me, please by all means shoot me a message or coldcalldrew@gmail.com. coldcalldrew@gmail.com. Shoot me a message. I would love to talk to you about cold calling. It's what I'm passionate about. Absolutely love it. Now, something came up today that I wanted to talk to you folks about, and that is the paradigm shift. Okay, you right now you have a paradigm shift when you make your calls. Of well, I have my product. I really believe in my product, but I keep getting not interested or whatever the case may be for you here. But what's happening is this: your paradigm's wrong. You got the wrong paradigm. You need to shift your paradigm to thinking like the business owner. Now, I get all the time. I do work for business owners all the time that will come to me and say, hey, for example, I spoke with a merchant services guy today, okay? And I said, what is your goal with these calls, man? Like, I don't get it. Are you going to go to these places? Are you going to speak with them in person? Do you want me to set the appointments for you? He said, no. What I want you to do is I want you to call them and get me, have the, wait. He said, I want you to call them and I want you to ask them to go to my site and fill something out. You're already going to ask for too much just by picking up the phone and asking for a couple minutes to talk to them. So if your paradigm is for you to somehow get these people to do something for you, you're crazy. All right? You are interrupting them. You are causing a disruption in their pattern. Now, I got thinking about this. I've been doing this for numerous years now, whether it be in sales position or owning Cold Call Drew. And I got thinking about it. I'm like, I'm disrupting a pattern. I can't ask these people to do anything but stay on the phone for me for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. That's all I'm getting. Okay? You're asking a lot if they agree to say, yeah, you know what, if they agree to give you an email address, because that's personal information. Because now you're opening up the door for communication they might not even want. So let me say this. What am I saying here? What I'm saying is this. You're disrupting a pattern by calling them and speaking with somebody, okay? So you need to shift your paradigm of the business owner. Now, what can I do to advance this, get a sale, or have success on the phone? Okay? Now, going back to the merchant services idea here. Now, he wanted me to get them to go there. Now, if I took responsibility of the whole relationship, which is a huge part of this, huge part of it, as a salesperson, you need to ditch the idea that they owe you something. You need to ditch the idea that they're going to do something for you, because that's not how it works. You're disrupting their pattern. They don't need a new car. They're fine with the car they got. You're disrupting their pattern, offering them a new car. You're disrupting the pattern. They don't need a new house. They don't need to sell their house. You're disrupting the pattern. It's your responsibility now. If you want this, you need to understand that it is your responsibility. So, that's the first paradigm shift. Second paradigm shift is, as a business owner, if somebody were to call me with a proposition, hey, I want to redo your website. Okay. My name is Jack, ABC Web Design Company, and I've got some great experience, and I'm young, I'm energetic, and I want to work. I want to sell you a website. Okay, first off, that might sound bad, but a lot of your sales pitches are going off like that. That's what the business owner is hearing. And as a business owner, I'm hearing that as well. I'm saying, man, I don't need you. Why would I need you? I don't need you. I don't need you. Sorry, there's no proof. All those empty words, I'm just going to say, no, I'm not interested and hang up. That's my opinion. Now, if somebody said to me, hey, look, Mr. Wright, I really believe in my team. Can you give me 5 minutes so I'm going to be in your area next week. Can you give me 5 minutes? I'm already going through. I just want 5 minutes every time. Sit down and show you something. Can you give me 5 minutes? What are you going to show me? All right, well, I do SEO, and I do marketing, and I do web design. Listen, I understand that everybody's pretty much the same. I get it. But I want to show you how we're different and how I can do something better. Okay? If somebody was just said that to me right off the bat, I'd probably give them a chance. I might give them a minute. But seriously, even when I say I might, there's still a small chance, but it's a chance. It's a chance you wouldn't get otherwise. Same thing with insurance. I'm disrupting a pattern. Okay? Somebody says to me, hey, I want to give you a quote on your commercial insurance. Nah, you know what? That's a lot. I got to find the paperwork. I got to do this. It might not sound a lot to you, but it is a lot. It is a lot. That's a lot to think about. Okay? Like the merchant services fella, same thing. Hey, we got a great interface. Works great with this. I already got something that works with my interface. I don't need you. Okay? There's a lot of buying reasons we do things. But at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to be different. It's your responsibility to get in the door, which is why we go back to why we do this. And that is, excuse me, and that is to simply set an appointment to get in front of them. If you're cold calling, if you're picking up the phone, you're not selling them on the phone, get in front of them. That is the whole reason for the phone call. That's it. Get in front of them. So, change your paradigms. Think like a business owner. I heard that phrase before too. It didn't make any sense. But put yourself in the next 10, 15 minutes that you're sitting there by yourself. Or when you're daydreaming. Or when you're on Facebook messing around. Or when you're on LinkedIn trying to make that connection. Think about what you're saying and how you're saying it. If you're not coming off like a business owner to a business owner, forget it. If you're not thinking like a business owner and not thinking that I'm disrupting their pattern, how can I make it worth their while and not make it look like I'm going to disrupt their pattern? Okay? One last example. So, what was my solution? I know I came up empty there, so I apologize. I'm going to go backtrack here. What I told the guy was this. I said, if you want to do it that way, if you don't want to do face-to-face appointments, you don't want to do that. If you don't want to establish a connection in a way that's going to do this, what you need to do, you need to set it up then. Okay, you need to set yourself up for the next phase. And his next phase isn't necessarily getting in front of people. His next phase now is going to be, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. This is what you do. You take control of the situation, take responsibility of the relationship. Here's what I'm going to do, Jack. I'm going to email you the information, and I'm going to give you 24 hours. And I follow up with you in 24 hours with a phone call, and I want to go through this. Is that good? Is that okay with you? Can we do that? Can we set that up? If he agrees to that, you have a phone appointment. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the next step. You're looking for the next phase in this. So, think about the next phase. Think about what are the fellow business owners really thinking here. We're going to talk about that in a different video, but they either already have it, or have something similar, don't foresee why they would need it, or some other reason just to say no. There's plenty of reasons out there for them to say no. There's plenty of reasons for me as a business owner to say no to every single person that calls me offering me something. But the ones that get me are the ones that have a plan. The ones that say, this is how it's going to be done. this is the next step. So think about that. Change your paradigm. Change the philosophy that you're thinking about. Change what you're saying. Think like a business owner. Till next time. Cold Call Drew. If you need me, coldcalldrew@gmail.com. Coldcalldrew@gmail.com. Okay? Thanks.